And during the break, we heard an ad for BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. Again, that is an essential in the coming economic collapse. It is essential to have pure water. The BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com is what I recommend. And talk to Dan DeBon, mention the word crash for any applicable discounts. Linda.
After echinacea, we have two more, and I just want to finish the list down. We have the burdock, and we also have daylilies. Everybody's got daylilies around me in their gardens and running down
burdock,
their driveways.
if you're in an Oriental market and they call it gobo root.
Yep.
So that's
you can buy
burdock.
The burdock. You can buy the daylily. I think that's about all you can buy. I'm looking at the list here in the root department. But it's so easy, George. You can literally, there's some hints that you should know. If you can work on a hillside, if you have a road that's an access road that only has a few cars now and again, if you have, like I see in Jersey here, a lot of plowed up sides where it's just solid weeds, solid wild food, really. If you can work on a hillside, it's 10 times easier. It took me years to figure that out. You're going to want to equip yourself properly, and you want to start with a nice, sturdy pair of shoes. You can't be like, in anything other than. And gloves. You want gloves, and you want to take a shovel, and you want to take a trowel, which is just a small garden trowel, and you want to take a bunch of paper bags. Plastic is not going to work. They catch on it and drive you absolutely wild. And you want to take a spoon. And these are the things that are must if you're going to root hunt. And it would be a lot of fun with your kids to pick out one or two of these things on a weekend and go ahead and follow this through.
Let me put an exclamation point on this. This is the result of decades of experience. When Linda says paper bags, she means paper bags, because you will lose with plastic, especially on a hot day, all of your efforts. And so everything that she says, she has it's very specific, and she has a very good reason for recommending what she's recommending. Linda.
When I take a root out, if it's on a hillside, you can usually pull it out. You don't have to shovel it out. A trowel is usually all you need. You can usually just pull it out. A dandelion, for instance, a curly dock you could usually pull out. Let's see, violets on a hillside. You're talking a small hillside. You're not talking a large hill or a mountain or anything like that. You're talking so it's not on the level. And it just makes it that much easier because the root will follow straight down. And when you pull those leaves, get down to the base and put your fingers right around the bottom of the plant, not the top, but the base, your gloved fingers, and grasp it like with the malva or the clover or curly dock, dandelion. Grasp it at the base and pull towards you. If you're on a hillside, pull out, and it usually will come right out for you. It makes a big, big difference. But if you don't have a hillside and your backyard is flat, then equip yourself with your shovel, I'm afraid, and a trowel and the bag, and head on out and go ahead and dig shallow. You don't have to dig very deep for dandelion. You know that because you've been doing that on your lawns and stuff. But for curly dock, the root is about 6 times bigger. It can be anywhere up to a foot or more. And especially, this is the fall now that you're digging, so I don't care what state you're in, that root there is the longest it's going to get. It's going to stop growing shortly when the seasons change. But all the nutrients are in it now. They're just solid. So this is the time. And when you're out there on a hillside or your backyard, take something like a sheet with you. I know this sounds stupid, but it's not at all, because if you're really going at this relentlessly for one weekend, getting all you can, throw all the roots, just bang them on the ground and the plant, and throw all of them onto one section of the sheet. So I would pull a whole bunch of dandelions, twisting and pulling the leaves off, because now I'm after the root, a whole bunch of, say, chicory or curly dock, twisting, pulling the leaves off, throwing them in a different section. And do throw them in a different section, because you're going to find yourself all mixed up if you don't do this thing methodically. And get as much as you can in piles that are separate, and then bag them up separately. Don't worry about cleaning them or anything like that. You've done your job for the day. You could wait for weeks before you clean them if you want to. You could wait for days. This isn't something that you have to press forward on the day and wear yourself out doing. You've got the object that has the nutrients and has everything in it. All it has to do is be cleaned eventually, and when you do that, we use a toothbrush. I go back to Steve Brill and myself there in Central Park years ago.
Now again, let me interject this. Steve, she's talking about Wildman Steve, which there's a link on Linda's website, and she's very insistent you should have at least 3 ways to identify plants. In addition to Linda's book, she has links to Dr. Duke and Wildman Steve Brill, and I found Steve's approach very excellent to supplement Linda's pictures, because he does line drawings, and that gives you a whole different perspective on these plants, how to identify them. And in the line drawings, you'll see minute details that help you to easily identify these plants that you might not have noticed by just looking at the picture, but once you see the line drawing, you'll see it in the picture. Linda.
And there's one more thing on roots that is going to appear very shortly on our website, which is being done over right now. We're going to have a lot more links that are on there now. And one of the main links for roots is going to be the book Wild Roots. And that book is done by, I'm going to give you Doug Elliott's name. He's a friend of mine, Doug Elliott. Doug Elliott's Wild Roots probably is the most exquisite drawings. I mean, Stevens are gorgeous. But this man is a root expert. That's all he does. Not all he does, but I mean, his book is solid roots. And he has done the list for me to tell you that you're going to have.
Well, Linda, we'll have to do a show with you and Doug on the show together.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
that would be very very good.
That would be wonderful. I'll have to call him on that, and because he lists things in a way that I like to too. Like these roots are different. There's long tap roots, and there's spidery roots. We went over this last week. Vertical, very thick roots that grow underneath the soil, and corms, which are like little bulbs. And your daylily, for instance, has. And
Chufa comes to mind with the corms. There again, that's right outside, not too far from in an urban area. You can find them. We'll be back right after the break.